It's time for Nutrition 101. If you're wondering how to simplify nutrition into easier tips, you're not alone. Kelsie here has finally hit that point in her life that we all hit, when her fun, youthful eating habits start to feel not so fun. Kelsie, what have you been going through?
Well, I just turned 25 and I'm noticing that everything I intake, I really feel how it affects my energy, my stomach, my mood. It's happening quickly.
Totally.
And then I live in New York City. You will always find me at a dive bar ordering fried chicken. Definitely love some French fries.
Who doesn't love French fries? Well, I love me a good restaurant meal with friends. It's such a big part of my own life as a foodie. But a lot of restaurant meals usually aren't very satiating. They don't necessarily make us feel really great and energized. And it does sound like you've started to kind of collect some of that intuitive data on how different foods are making you feel. What about cooking at home?
I really don't. I'll just throw something in the microwave if I am eating at home or it's leftovers from when I was at a restaurant.
How would you feel about doing some meal prepping and batch cooking, having some meal components at the ready, what I call building blocks for meals, so that when you are getting really crazy at 6 o'clock and you're like, I'm hungry, you can just easily assemble them on the fly?
I'm a little intimidated, but I do want to do that. I just don't really know where to start. I don't know what ingredients to get.
I always find when people go into the week with all these lofty ideas for specific recipes and they're just gonna duplicate it all week, we burn out pretty fast. So my tip is to choose 1 or 2 proteins, 1 or 2 grains, and 1 or 2 veggies for the week. So for example, if you like chicken, grill up a bunch of chicken breasts. If you like rice, make a big batch of rice. If you like broccoli, let's steam off or roast some broccoli. And then you've got the building blocks to assemble into different types of meals all week long.
So how could I incorporate convenience food into cooking at home or batch cooking?
Yeah, so this is where my hunger crushing combo comes in. So I believe all foods are morally equal. Some foods may be more nutritious than others, but we don't need to put them on a pedestal. So if you have a convenience food that you really, really love, let's say it's French fries, what can we add to that to make it more satiating, to help your digestion, to help your mood, your energy levels? And what I do with that is I add a source of fiber, protein, and healthy fats. So if fries are your vibe one day, you can add maybe some chicken on top, add a bunch of vegetables and some avocado. We could do kind of like a Mexican style poutine. It would be a really great way to get some fiber, get some protein, get some healthy fats, but also enjoy your fries. Think we can do that?
I think I could do that, yeah.
Let's take a look at the nutrition label. The first thing you're gonna see is calories. Now, the best thing to do with calories is to treat them like your ex's Instagram posts. Unsubscribe, block, delete, move on. Calories are simply how much energy is in something. So a low-calorie food is not necessarily a nutrient-dense food, and a high-calorie food is not necessarily unhealthy. In fact, it will likely fuel your body to do something really, really important. So let's focus on quality over quantity. There are 6 essential nutrients that we need to function. Now, protein, vitamins, and minerals have a bit of a health halo going on. Everyone knows they're great. But people get all up in arms about carbs and fats. So the 3 types of carbs are sugar, starch, and fiber. We thrive on a variety of foods. The difference here is how complicated the molecules are, which affects how fast we break them down. Sugar's the most simple carbohydrate and the easiest one to digest. It's like a Michael Bay movie. It moves really, really fast, but it leaves you feeling a little empty and tired. Now, fiber's the most complex. It can take some work and some time to work through, giving you consistent energy at a nice, even pace. Kind of like the slow burn of a great true crime podcast. And this is why balanced meals are so effective. Consuming sugar and fiber at the same time evens out that flow. Like fruit. The sugar in fruit is bound up in the fiber, so it keeps your energy and your hunger levels even keel. Now, the other nutrient that gets a bit of a bad rap is fat. Unlearning that fat is bad is basically like leaving a cult. The struggle is real. But unsaturated fats are actually really good for us. We need them. Saturated fats, it's a bit more complicated, as the health concerns are actually still being debated. But the one type of fat that we know our bodies don't need is artificial trans fats. Trans fats show up the most in fried and processed foods, although they are used less often now. So whenever you can, compare labels and choose foods with predominantly unsaturated fats and moderate amounts of saturated fats. Now, I'm sure you've heard experts preach about avoiding processed food like the plague. And in a vacuum, that's totally reasonable, true advice. But that's not really capturing the nuance of the term processed foods and the wide differences between types. There are processed foods that are still made up of completely whole ingredients like frozen fruits and vegetables, whole grain cereals, yogurt, and canned beans. These are all super nutritious options, and they're often more cost-effective than fresh. So I encourage you to incorporate these whenever you can. Processed foods that we actually want to be more mindful of are more accurately described as ultra-processed foods. Think about things like bacon, hot dogs, fried food, packaged snack cakes, etc. So we're looking at foods that contain a lot of preservatives, sodium, trans fats, nitrates, and other additives. But of course, keep enjoying that summer hot dog or weekend bacon and egg brunch. We just want these foods to complement our nutrient-rich diet, not the other way around. Okay, the too long didn't read here is this. Nutrition is about balance. And we need a solid variety of fats, protein, and fiber-rich carbs to meet our needs. When we focus on building nutrient-dense, balanced meals with a variety of nutrients, the calories usually work themselves out. It's time to put Kelsey's new knowledge to the test. Let's see if she can build a balanced meal at the bar! Now, we know it's easier to make nutrient-dense choices when you're cooking at home, but you can still have a balanced meal even when you're out with friends. So, at the sound of the buzzer, you're gonna combine 3 different meal ingredients that give you a source of protein, healthy fats, and fiber-rich carbs. Let's do it! Oh, she's got some fried chicken, her favorite. And just because it's fried doesn't mean it's not a great source of protein. Oh, we got some guacamole in there. Love that as a healthy fat and a source of fiber. All right, how are we gonna round this out here? Oh, we love a salad queen. Look at that meal, that looks delicious and super well balanced. You are gonna feel so satiated all day long. Abby Sharp signing off, keep crushing it.